Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Shoo! Boom! The first catapult cannon was launched in the 15th century. Does anyone know about it? Or can anyone guess? Before we continue, let me introduce myself. I'm Ahnaf Abdurrahim Irfani, and this is the story of the conquest of Constantinople. In 627th century, the Prophet Muhammad SAW conveyed that Constantinople would fall into the hands of Muslims. The leader who conquered was the best leader, and the army was the best army. Shortened story, 1453. Mehmed, or Muhammad al-Fatih, was 19 years old. While practicing sword, he received the news of his father's death. He then ascended the throne. On the other hand, the news was heard by the Byzantine emperor. They were very happy, but not an advisor, no Taras. Oh, Emperor, I think we need to worry of Sultan Mehmed. Even though he is still young, he studied engineering, had the ambition to conquer Constantinople, and even studied Christianity. Ha 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 ha! No need to worry. He is still young. We will show him how strong we are, said Constantine 11. Then, the long-awaited day arrived. Before the war, both Sultan and the Emperor had a dialogue. I think you know very well that our fortress walls have never been breached, began the Emperor. Then Sultan answered, we are all sure that we will be able to conquer it. Will the city and all its people surrender, or will there be bloodshed? Don't make a joke. There's no choice but war. Doom, doom, doom. The war was about to start. Knowing the size of the Ottoman cannons, the emperor was worried. And shoo! Boom! The first shot succeeded in making a hole in the fortress walls. After several attempts, unfortunately, the holes were closed and the Ottoman troops began to fall due to the rain of arrows. Shoo! They could not win the first day. Another attempt. Sultan said, Hassan, deploy our troops to attack at night. Night attack begins, but Constantinople's defense remained strong. Days passed, weeks passed. It depressed him. He remained alone in his stance for several days, waving his sword, daydreaming. It lowered the morale of the Ottoman troops because there were no orders for days. Unexpectedly, Sultan's teacher came to the battlefield and he reminded, are you going to surrender that easily? Do you really think that the conquest narrated by Rasulullah will be easy? Be patient and remember that we will make the message come true. This meeting raised him and he discovered a new strategy. My troops! Let's take our ships by land so we can get closer to the weakest fortress. They made a very difficult effort. My soldiers, we have a history full of glory, and glory is achieved with confidence, so we do not go home before we take this city. Allahu Akbar! Then, the next day, all of them took duha prayer led by Sultan. Then, the next round began. The Basilica cannon was fired again. Shoo! Boom! The one-layered wall was penetrated, and it caused the refugees to run to Hagia Sophia Church. While the emperor was asked to surrender, instead, he chose to fight until his death. Sure enough, the Ottomans succeeded to break the fortress walls. Despite many sacrifices, full of struggle, they finally stepped foot into Constantinople. The advisor was arrested, and Sultan said, bury your emperor according to your beliefs. Then, he went to the Hagia Sophia Church to meet the Byzantine people, and he said, you are all free to live with us side by side, and you are also free to embrace the religion you believe in, because a part of your destiny is a part of ours too. And that is the short story of the conquest of Constantinople. One short story of Basiyah of Prophet was finally realized in 1453. Hopefully, we can all make the glory of Islam repeat its days. Thank you for your attention. Nun, wal qalami wa ma yasturun, fastabiqul khairat. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi